morning. This is the lecture for chapters 2 and 3 of our textbook. Chapter 2 talks about statistics and explains that it's the study of how data is collected, organized, analyzed, interpreted, and presented. It also identifies two major branches of statistics, which are descriptive and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics organize data and provide summaries, which are either numerical or graphical. Examples of descriptive statistics include mean, median, mode, and standard deviation. We will be talking about all of those in the coming weeks. The other branch is inferential statistics. These are used when there's no convenient access to a full population. And a population is an entire group of items. So if I wanted to study all of the women named Jennifer in the state of Massachusetts, I do not have convenient access to that entire population. So instead, I would identify a sample. A sample is a selected subset of population. The inferential statistics are used to extrapolate findings from sample data to draw inferences about the entire population while accounting for influence of randomness. Okay, so that's a long way of saying we take this sample and we run statistics, and we hope that we are able to take those findings and expand them to explain variances or happenings in the larger population. So if I studied a group of 30 gens in Massachusetts, my hope will be to use those findings to further explain for the larger population of gens. There is, of course, a margin of error, and we talk about that as confidence. And there are going to be intervals that we're going to use to express how closely the sample results match the actual values. So whether your sample was a good sample. So another thing we're going to look at later, and your midterm will actually really surround hypothesis testing. And again, I have a spelling error. I apologize. Hypothesis testing evaluates two mutually exclusive statements to determine which statement is correct given the data presented. So mutually exclusive, what does it mean? Think of a coin toss. Your only two outcomes are head or tails. It can't be heads and tails. So that's mutually exclusive. In hypothesis testing, the null hypothesis, H sub 0, is assumed to be the commonly accepted fact. If H0 is disproved or rejected, the alternative hypothesis, HA or H1, is accepted. You can use HA or H1 for alternative. This is just an introduction to this stuff. We're going to talk more about developing our own tests. The alternative hypothesis, H1 or HA, encompasses all the possible outcomes, excluding the null hypothesis. So the way that you write one of these hypothesis statements is generally use an if-then statement. So if the independent variable, then the dependent variable. For an example, if I roll this die, then I will get a 4. The dependent variable is what you're trying to predict. I'm saying I'm going to get a 4. And the independent variable supposedly impacts the dependent, so rolling the die. And if we go back to HO and HA, my null hypothesis is that I'm going to get a 4. My H1 and my HA encompasses all possible outcomes excluding the null hypothesis. So it's not 4, but 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. A hypothesis test should be testable through an experiment, a controlled test, or observation. Chapter 3 starts talking about what is random sampling. To have a random sample, again, so I want to sample all the gens in Massachusetts. Each individual piece of data must have an equal probability of selection. So if there's 2 gens on my block, each of us should have the same opportunity to be selected. Each must be extracted from the same population. So we both have to be in Massachusetts. Everybody has to be part of the same population. Each must be independent. So I can't be a package deal. I can't say, oh, you should get the gen down the street. And each must be unbiased. I can't have a relationship with that person who's doing the research. I can't have a hatred to the name Jen. There has to be I have to have no feelings towards that. And finally, chapter 3 talks about how much data do you need. While there is no hard and fast rules, generally the more the better. So these two chapters really light introduction. There's a couple questions on the homework about them. It's just to get you a little bit more comfortable with some of the terminology.